Why would anyone be against legalizing marijuana? I don't want to see no bums injecting the marijuanas. If you have distance from it, it's very easy to see marijuana consumers only when they're being stereotypical lazy stoners. If that's what you see, it makes sense not to legalize that, as you don't want people getting into that as children or teens and ruining their lives before they begin. My parents still have that idea, simply because they're insulated from it. The only smokers they know of are family who can't hold a job, despite being in their 40s. My brother, who is the biggest pothead I ever met, voted against legalization. His reasoning was that the government would tax it. That's it. He's been jailed several times for weed possession, which pretty much killed his chances for any chance at a successful life for a while. Now that it's legalized, all those charges have been removed from his record. And not only that, but dispensaries in my state are cash only, so they aren't even taxed. I don't smoke, but I voted for it and it's legal in my state now. I loathe it now. It's just so stinky in my apartment complex and we can't open windows at night now. Because they aren't informed about it. There's a lot of ignorance surrounding weed and it being a gateway drug, etc., etc. While alcohol was the drug of choice for older adults in Nixon's day, MJ was used largely by hippies and Mexicans. Crack was used largely by inner-city black youth, while cocaine, same drug, saw more use in white hands. So, criminalize MJ. Make the penalties for crack 10x as harsh as for cocaine. And now Republicans can go on the news and trash those terrible criminals who oppose the war and are our political rivals. And thus, we see the long shadow of Nixon's Southern strategy even today. It stinks. My only concern is I don't trust people driving on it. If we can develop a device that works like a breathalyzer, then I would have no issue. Obviously people can still drive high illegally, but legalizing it will statistically put more high drivers on the roads, and there is no convenient way to keep people honest from driving high unless a device is invented that can test for it on the spot. The smell. It's so strong. A disturbing number of cars leave a trail of stink in their wake. I'm not thrilled with even more impaired drivers. And it just stinks. Really, really stinks. Smoking is harmful, regardless of whether it's cigarettes, weed or vape. I am 100% pro-legalization. But I do think there is a lot of misinformation for pro and anti-legalization. No, it's not a gateway drug. Reefer madness is a joke. But it's also not 100% harmless. As with anything, people should know the pros and cons and decide for themselves. Because some people have a bad psychological reaction to THC. My ex got panic attacks from it. And a close friend of mine, who struggles with his mental health, used to use it to fight against his anxiety, but ultimately got depressions partly from weed. I still think it should get illegalized, but only sold to people above 21. Or maybe even 25. I'm an asthmatic and it's annoying to smell, whiff, then proceed to have a coughing fit. At least in college it was annoying. I don't care about home usage. But I'd support a ban on all forms of cigarette smoking in public for the same reason. My state has legalized recreational marijuana. And for that I am grateful for the fact that I have never ever been in favor of criminalizing a flower, but allowing alcohol to flow freely to whoever regardless of their past or their risk to harm someone. I am hopeful for nationwide legalization at some point. I think that CT did right by this legalization by commuting offenses for minor possession and also allowing others with a higher charge appeal their charge, since now it is legal. There has also been a concerted effort to ensure that dispensaries and anyone wanting to get into the business of growing and selling cannabis is fair and not maligned against POC or certain urban communities where the arrest rate is high. I'm not against it, but the smell in any public open space is annoying. I am not opposed to federal legalization, but I always had this thought: if we could go back and not start the cigarette industry, I think most people would agree that would probably be a good thing. Now it seems like history is repeating itself a bit. Would be interested to hear people's opinions? It's been legal in Canada for 5 years. There has been no significant change in social problems, health issues, crime, etc. People that wanted to do weed do it, and those that don't. I don't like weed, but I don't care what other people do. The smell makes me nauseous. Went to Myrtle Beach on vacation last year. The entire main street smelled of marijuana. Absolutely disgusting. People smoking outside restaurants and everything. If it's going to be legal, they need designated ventilated smoking areas. So much worse than cigarettes. Cigarettes blow away in 10 seconds. Marijuana lingers for hours. It stinks. It makes people complacent.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.